Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Silken Bones. Today we're on episode 6. My name's Kaiyo, and I'm with my friend,
Eh,
Espera. I did it
Hi.
for you, no problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any life
Clapping
updates?
all applause all around for you. Um well, I got into a car accident.
Let's
You want to talk about
go.
that? You got hit. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
I got paid. So, well.
That's why I said let's go.
Uh
Yep.
so to put it short, essentially, I got rear-ended on my way home from class on Monday, which, I'm okay. I wasn't injured. The car minimally damaged, nothing that's not fixable, at least we hope. I still haven't taken it to an auto body shop to get a real estimate of the damage. So I might even get more money. But uh
Ooh. Before you continue,
the
this is going
mm,
to be the best clickbait ever. Co-host gets into a car crash? What? Oh my gosh, you're
please.
making my life
It's just
easier.
a fender bender. Oh my god.
Easy peasy.
No, essentially it was like a dark, rainy night. You know what the worst
Okay.
part is? And it was a dark, rainy
Rainy
night.
night, it
No.
was storming.
The worst part was I was literally 2 minutes away from home.
Ooh, I'd be
Like,
pissed off. Like, come on, 2 more minutes.
I was. Literally, if I had just ended up a car behind where I was, I wouldn't have gotten hit. And, like, but it's also, like, I'm thinking of all these, like, what if situations. Like, what if I just didn't go to class that day? This would have never
Mm-hmm.
happened, you know?
Yeah. You should have skipped.
I really should have. I
God
really should
damn.
have. So yeah, you know, he said he slid allegedly. Allegedly he slid
What was there to
on the
slide on? Was
roads.
was it wet?
Water. Yeah,
Was
I
it
told you
wet?
it was raining.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Well, then he might have, but like, you didn't slide.
He might have. Yeah, exactly.
Hold up.
Like I didn't. It was the roads weren't even like wet enough to hydroplane. I feel like so. I think he
Unless you're
just wasn't paying
speeding.
attention. Well, it wasn't even that he was speeding. I just think he wasn't paying attention. Which also he had his girlfriend in the car. I assume. I don't know if she was his girlfriend or I don't know. Maybe it was his sister, but she looked
Oh.
like she was his girlfriend or whatever. But essentially I had stopped for a car, 2 cars in front of me to make a turn. We're stopped. The car makes a turn. I let off the brake because the car in front of me let off and it started to go. And the worst part was, like, the most traumatic part was that I happened to look in my rear view mirror and all I see are headlights barreling towards me. And then I get hit. And that was, like, literally the scariest moment of my life.
Yeah, thankfully he wasn't going like super, super fast.
No, 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 no. He definitely tried to stop. Like, he definitely, at some point, realized he was gonna hit me. Because the hit wasn't that bad. I think he also swerved a little to try and avoid hitting me, but ended up not making it. And the reason I say that is because his driver's side light was the impact to my passenger side, like, back. So I think he tried swerving off in order to not hit me.
That's the least he could do.
Right. And I felt really bad because this was like a kid. Like, so in New York, if you're under 21, you still have a vertical license. After 21, your license becomes the horizontal license.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the
So
same here.
when I had exchanged like information with him, I took a picture of his license and I noticed his license was still vertical. So he was under 21. I have the picture. Like I could literally see how old he actually was. I just know he didn't look older than 20. So I felt really bad. And I didn't want to call the police because I was like, in the moment, I'm like, this is all I know what to do is you exchange information and like you can maybe do like like civilly whatever, which
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
just means you're not going to involve the police and you're just going to settle for payment on the repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so he was under his grandfather's insurance. It was his grandfather's car too, by the way.
Oh,
He was driving a Lincoln. And so one of the immediate things I noticed was he was not worried about the damages to the car at all. He was more worried about my state of being than he was the damages to his car. So immediately that set off a thing in my head that's like, this kid has money. This kid comes from a family of money, that he's more worried about my well-being than he is about his car.
I mean, he probably also doesn't want to like piss you off, so or like
Well,
make
nobody wants to piss me
upset
off,
you.
but
Well,
I think it was also that like he could clearly tell I was like frazzled and, anxious because getting hit, obviously, getting into a car accident like that, like it's not it's not fun.
it's not. I've been in a incident like that too. I wasn't the driver,
Really?
but it was like I was like, oh my god, like it was.
The shock of it all.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, no way that just happened, you know? And then we just move on with our day.
Literally, like I want to say my first reaction was, "You've got to be kidding me." I literally said it out loud in my car after I got hit. You got to be kidding me? Because I was definitely pissed getting out of my car.
Mm-hmm.
But once like I registered that this is actually happening, I started getting like more upset and more like anxious about it, to the point where, I had called my father because my father is a retired NYPD detective. So I thought he was going to be helpful. He wasn't.
What's
He just
new?
ended up yelling at me. Yeah, exactly. So then I called my mom and she was really nice to me. And then I started crying because I was really anxious and I didn't know what to do from here. So under her like direction, I ended up actually basically driving off to like a safer area.
Mm-hmm.
So I had told him I wasn't going to call the police. And then I ended up calling the police. But so this is advice to, if you ever find yourself in this situation or in a car accident, always call the police, just because even if it's minor damage, you never know what the other person is going to say. Because if I were to file a claim with his insurance and then he goes, well, she backed into me, and then it becomes he said, she said, because I don't have a police accident report, then, you might not even get the payment for getting hit.
That wouldn't be good. After all that,
Right.
better get the money.
Exactly.
That's money.
Exactly. Listen, it was all worth it for the money. Anyways,
Yeah. Now you can DoorDash some chicken.
please. I did that last night. Not anymore though. I can't. I have too many meal plans left. Yeah, so always call the police no matter what happens. Always take the license plate, by the way. That was one of the first things I did in case he tried driving off, was I took his license plate. Then I took his ID. He didn't have his insurance on him because it wasn't his car. So I exchanged phone numbers with him so that he could send me it later. So it was just like I remember pulling off to get to a safer area because, I was basically halfway into a ditch, because the road that I ended up getting hit on is not the best. And it's actually like mostly forest on the sides. Usually there's guardrails. Luckily there weren't on this one, because if it were, the front of my car would have gotten impacted as well. But so like I was like halfway into a ditch. So I had to pull off, go drive into a neighborhood where I could call the police. He had already driven off by this point. So basically, the police was just taking my account of what happened. And by this time, I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm sobbing. I'm like, I don't know what to So she's just like, calm down, you're gonna be fine, just call the police. And it's like, so I ended up calling them. First of all, the 911 dispatcher, rude as hell. She can hear me like literally sobbing, crying, and she's getting annoyed with me. And that pissed me off.
I'd stop
But at this
crying. I'd be
point,
like, hold up, bitch. I'm crying. Can you be patient? My God.
it pissed me off, but like I'm still too like up and anxious to even care at this point.
Mm.
So she sends the officer. You know, the officer gets there. He's pretty young. He was kind of cute actually. But
Is he
ACAB.
white?
Anyways, no, he was actually Hispanic.
Okay.
So he comes up by my window. He's like, "Hey!" Immediately, tear works. I'm sobbing again because I have to talk to a cop, and I hate being in a situation where
Yeah.
I hate being in a situation where I have to speak to a person in authority where I feel like something's gonna go wrong because it's PTSD basically, where it's like I feel like I'm a kid getting scolded again, and I feel, I didn't have the best childhood, so I'll leave it at that. So he's being really patient with me, and I'm like in the middle of tears before I even tell him anything about what happened. I go, "I'm so sorry, I have anxiety."
That's so.
He's like, "No, it's okay. Like, I get it. Like, this is very traumatic." And then, I tell him what happened. He writes the accident report and everything. And then I drive home because my car was still functioning. I was literally 2 minutes away from my house. And this whole week I've been
Nice.
swamped in calls with insurance, and it's exhausting.
But it's okay.
Moral of the
You're
story,
almost
just
done,
don't get
right?
into a car accident. I should be done.
Let's
Now, they're
go.
going to call me again in like a month,
Mm.
just to like see how things are going from there. But from now, I should be fine. I shouldn't be getting any more calls.
That's good.
But now I have to deal with finals and papers, and I want to die.
Well, you got this. At least the car stuff is done. Now you can focus on your finals.
Well, the car stuff isn't even done because I still have to get it inspected, and then the reason why the car hasn't gotten inspected or anything yet is because I have to drive to my finals on Monday, so I can't just like put my car into the shop right now. Yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
I still gotta do that. Thanks.
Bridge.
Anyways, speaking of finals and getting degrees and stuff, I wanted to ask you if,
Yeah.
because you have a bachelor's degree in business, right? Business?
Yep.
Marketing?
Marketing. Mm-hmm.
Uh, what would you be doing with that degree if you weren't a VTuber? If you didn't make it as a well, quote unquote, make it, but like, you know what I mean?
Well, I probably would have polished up on my, design skills and maybe work in marketing to create like, maybe like UX design or something. UI, what is it? What is it called? UI, UX something design, How they design
I don't
like
know, actually.
I forgot the name of it, but basically they like it's UX UI design. So UX is like the functionality of it and stuff, right? And
Like the coding?
like the user experience and how it feels to use like a website, and then UI is the look of it. Not just a website though, just like, a product. But yeah, probably maybe something in graphic design or just like something in marketing manager for like literally anything. I was taking anything that I could back then. Yeah. There were these internships that we could apply to in college. Like we had our own website for it, my college.
Yeah.
I applied to so many and none of them got back to me. And I had a fairly decent resume for what was like needed at the time, because I was only a sophomore in college, and you can't really do much when you're still a sophomore. But yeah, no, it was tough. It was tough stuff.
Could you see like it as like a fallback option? Could you see yourself still doing that?
Now I feel like I forgot so much of what I've learned in college that I don't even know if I can apply the skills with my degree into that anymore. I'd probably have to like reteach myself stuff.
I mean, realistically, I feel like most of college is a scam depending on what you do. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
most of the things you probably learned in those classes could also probably be self-taught.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the classes were self-taught for me because
Oh,
some teachers are not good, and I always complain about the professors that just you show up to class, they show a PowerPoint, and they just read off the PowerPoint. I'm like,
yep.
I'm gonna stand
Yep.
up and go home right now and just do this shit myself. Are you kidding me? And that's what I did for like many of my
Yeah.
classes. I'm like, I'm
Yeah, I
skipping
definitely
today. I'll
have a
teach
few
myself.
professors like that. Literally. Like, if you're gonna do this, I'm not gonna show up. I'm just gonna write down the notes so that I remember them myself and then take the test. Like at
Hmm.
that point.
Also, if there's a recorded lecture,
Oh,
oh
never let me find the recordings. Never let
yeah,
me find the recordings. I will not show up.
I'm not attending that online class. I'm gonna watch it on 2 times speed, and then I'm gonna take notes based on that 2 times speed video.
Please.
But
I mean,
yeah,
so I
probably
have like
something in
a
marketing. And if I didn't get a marketing job, I'd
mm,
be probably working at a boba shop right now, honestly.
that's understandable. Yeah. I mean,
Jobs are hard. You know how many people don't have jobs? Like get out of college, they
yes,
just
I'm
don't have a
aware.
job.
Yes, I'm very much aware. I might be one of those people. Yes.
Well, you might not.
Maybe. I don't know. It's so hard because like you need a degree as like a base requirement for a lot of jobs, but then if you
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
the experience, then it's like, well, what the is this useful for? That's actually an issue one of my good friends
Mhm.
is having right now is that she has her master's degree. She has a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in education, and she
Yeah.
can't find a job right now
That's
because
crazy.
here's the thing is she has no working experience whatsoever. And I've told her because I've known her since high school. I told her, you need to, because the reason why she doesn't have work experience is because her parents didn't let her. Her parents wanted to pay for her entire schooling, but they didn't want her to work a job because they make a lot of money and they didn't want her she's Romanian, and it's a very traditional belief that's like, if you start working a dead end job, then you're going to stay working that dead end job and you'll never move forward. So,
Mm,
they literally believed this and didn't allow her to work for, work experience and to build a resume.
that's
And
crazy.
so, now she's having trouble finding jobs even though she has a master's degree. She's having trouble finding jobs because she has no work experience, and they're never going to hire somebody who only has the qualifications of degrees but has literally no working experience, has never worked with customers, has never worked in customer service or anything like that.
What did she go to school for again?
She has a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in education.
I
Yeah.
see. That's like psychology. Come on, how do you get a job at that? It's tough. It's tough. No offense to you.
We're gonna have a new editor's note. Espie is currently studying psychology as a bachelor's degree.
No offense to you, but
No, it is hard. It is very hard. And that is actually one of the gripes of my father when I started going to school for psychology. He's like, "Oh, you're never gonna get a job with that degree. It's useless and whatnot." But it's also just like it really depends on what you choose to go into. A lot of the jobs in psychology do require you to have a master's degree, but you can find jobs, and there is a critical need for workers with psychology degrees in psychology related work. One of them being applied behavioral analysis, or ABA, because there is a severe lack of people with qualifications willing to work with people with developmental disorders. And this is mostly not a lot of people are willing, not a lot of people who actually know what they're doing are willing to work with autistic children, children with developmental disorders. And this creates a kind of never-ending cycle of people who are not trained to work with these children, working
Yeah.
with these children, meaning these children are not getting the support that they need and are not getting taught in the ways that they need to be taught, which
Mhm.
then causes a feedback loop of they start growing into adults and they don't know how to take care of themselves.
Yeah. We actually have a friend, Dream, that works with kids
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah. Dream works yeah, that is exactly what she does. She works in ABA. Now, Dream has also warned me. I was talking, we were playing Power Wash Sim on her stream, and I mentioned ABA, and she goes, "Don't work here. Please, God, don't work in this field."
I mean, it is a lot. You have to
Because
be hella patient.
it's a lot. It is a lot. And you have to be passionate about it.
Definitely.
Um, you you have to be empathetic, you have to be passionate, you have to care, essentially,
Mm.
because the worst thing is a lot of people are working with these children and they don't care.
Yeah.
My mom, when I was younger, she was a teacher's aide and she would often aid the kids in special education. I remember one time in first grade, there was a kid that she was aiding, and this kid was like a few like rows next to me. And this was back in like early 2000s. Like the kid was
Mhm.
kind of separated from the rest of the class, which is like don't do that.
Yeah.
But
The
also
fuck?
I watched as this kid took a pair of scissors while my mom's back was turned and tried cutting off her ponytail.
That's crazy.
Like, and most people not trained to work with kids like this would see that as like a behavioral issue, like a problem. And most likely this kid was just curious and had curiosity. A lot of kids end up cutting their own hair. There's just no direct connection between that kid's mind and cutting hair, that, oh, I shouldn't be cutting other people's hair. There's just that disconnect. And a lot of people would get angry and, blow up over something like that because, a lot of people's hair is a very sensitive thing and a lot of people care about their hair. But the difference is in how you react to that. And this is also why the gentle parenting movement is happening right now. Because if you react in that way where you blow up, get angry, and try and discipline this child in a way that is not beneficial to their growth,
Mhm.
then this is just going to cause behavioral issues later on.
Yep.
So, one of the biggest issues right now in education is that these kids aren't being taught in a way that is productive to their growth. And also, a lot of people are not willing to work with special ed kids. So that causes people who are not qualified to work with the special ed kids. And it just keeps happening.
It's just because
And
the pay
yeah,
is so bad.
the pay is shit. You get paid more than a regular aide, but the pay is still shit. I remember my mom would get paid $100 every 2 weeks
Hell
for
nah.
basically working full time as a teacher's aide. That was back in like, I want to say like 2009, 2008. But
That's
still,
insane.
$100
100.
every 2 weeks. And she was supposed to support 3 kids with that. Being a divorced single mother, it's insane. And I know those wages haven't gone up that much.
I would rather be a prostitute than do all that
Honestly,
work for
same.
$100 in 2 weeks. Oh my
Honestly, same.
god.
She used to always make jokes about that. She'd be like, "Yeah, I gotta go sell myself on the streets." We're like, "Mom, please stop making this joke."
It makes a lot of money. Come on.
Yeah, but essentially I'm still working out what I'm gonna do after my degree. I was thinking about working in neuropsychology,
Mm,
not in the sense of like doing things like neuroscience, but more in the sense of doing intake and testing for especially for like developmental issues. Essentially, I'm still going to go into behavior for sure. I know at least that much because I don't I don't think I would be good at talk therapy. I'm not good at it as a client. I don't think I would be good at it as a therapist. So,
I mean,
but technically you can do it with a bachelor's degree.
maybe you should try it out.
No, I don't think I
No?
should. No.
Well, you know yourself best, so you want to hear
Yeah,
about my week?
I do actually.
What were you gonna say? No, finish your thought.
No, I was basically just gonna say that essentially I might want to do the work that essentially diagnosed me as an adult
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't diagnosed with, any type of neurodivergency until I was 18, 19. So that kind of like intake and then that kind of like testing is something I might be interested in doing.
Like working with older teens / young adults. That sounds a lot more tolerable.
For sure. Yeah, working with children is definitely the worst.
Oh God, yeah. Well,
But anyways, how was your week?
my week was okay. I made lasagna soup.
Okay.
It was not soup, dude. It was basically pasta. I was making it, and I was like, "This looks watery. I might have to add some cornstarch." But I ended up not doing that because I was like, "I'll trust the process." And the moment I added the cheese and started cooking it down a little more, it basically became just regular pasta. But instead of regular pasta like noodles, it was lasagna sheets. There was no soup. And I blame the recipe, honestly.
So I have two things to note here. First of all, the way you say pasta, you say it with a New York accent for some reason.
Pasta?
Second, you say pasta.
Pasta? Oh, do I?
Yes.
That's so funny because I'm starting to realize people don't know what my accent is when I'm streaming. They're like, what accent is that? And I'm like, I'm just from California. And they're like, no, you sound like you have an accent. Like, what does that mean? I don't know.
I think, okay, a lot of, I think, do you believe in a VTuber accent?
I don't think I have a VTuber accent. No
I don't
way.
think you have one specifically, no, but I think there's definite, because like I feel like I even fall into it sometimes, is like we'll say certain things a certain way because we'll mimic how other people have said it. So sometimes like we'll just say things a little more exaggerated or weird to some people, and then it starts sounding like an accent.
Maybe.
Like a lot of people can't place where I'm from. I feel like most people know that the way I talk is distinctly Northeast.
I would never know that you're from New York.
Exactly, because I wasn't from, despite growing up with two parents with New York City accents, I primarily learned my English from English teachers.
You could be from California, honestly.
Really? You think?
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think I do have a little bit of a Valley Girl accent. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What were you going to say about, you said first of all, it's pasta. What was second? Pasta.
Second was, I don't think the lasagna soup is actually supposed to be soup.
No, it is. I saw.
Is it? Are you sure?
I saw another TikTok recipe and it looks so good. I'll show you after.
Okay. I don't know. Because like personally, I don't think I would like an actual soup. Because like.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Like.
But then why is it called lasagna soup?
That's what I'm saying though, is like I feel like it's called lasagna soup because you're eating it in an untraditional way of eating lasagna. So it's easier to call it a soup because you like, what would you call it? Because it's not lasagna. It's vaguely lasagna like. So what else would you call it?
Lasagna pasta.
Please.
It was really good though. It was basically just like
I'm sure it was.
What was it?
But like I feel like if it was like watery like a soup, it would be kind of nasty.
The video looked pretty good though. I'd have to show you.
Okay.
Oh my God, the Italian sausage made it so good.
I love Italian sausage.
It just makes everything so good. Yeah.
It does. I love when
delicious.
it's like a little spicy too.
Yeah. It was very flavorful, the soup, because you cook the pasta with chicken broth and it just like, that's how you cook it down. Yeah, very flavorful. I didn't eat it all though.
It sounds yummy.
I ate a bit of it and then I gave the rest to my mom to take home. I need to ask them if they liked it actually. I need to ask them.
Oh, your dad ate it too?
I don't know who ate it. Hopefully they ate it.
Oh.
Surely. It was good. Surely they ate
Surely. That's cute. I like that you give your leftovers to your mom. That's really cute.
Yeah, not even leftovers. I give like the majority. I eat like a little piece or like a bit of it and then I just give it because I'm still on my diet. So I cook for fun. I don't want to actually eat it.
I could never. I don't know. Because like if I make some good ass food, I'm eating that shit.
But this weekend today, I'm gonna make chicken soup. Creamy chicken noodle soup is what it's called.
Yeah. It looks so good.
Hopefully I make it well. Yeah. Rage.
Surely if you just follow the recipe, it'll be fine.
Well, sometimes I follow the recipe and it tastes like cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh my god. These like mini chicken pot pies I try to make. Oh my god, they were so ass.
Really?
They told me to use a sprig of rosemary and thyme. No, I do. I love it. But the rosemary and thyme, oh my god, that's all I could taste.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm never using those again. And if I do, not the fresh ones. Holy poopies.
Okay. So yes, fresh herbs like that are definitely very, very powerful.
Very.
And depending on how much you made, definitely shouldn't have put an entire sprig of it. But also in a chicken pot pie, I think it would just be better to use like what are they, like the dried herbs and stuff, like like
like the shakers,
like when you like when you sprinkle like oregano. I think it would be better to use that instead.
Yeah, I'm never buying the fresh one again because it was like more expensive. Might as well just get the dry.
Right.
Way easier too.
That reminds me, is like as soon as I have like my own apartment and stuff, I definitely want to like have like a mini garden and I want to grow like my own herbs and stuff.
That'd be cute.
Right?
I don't know if I would be able to take care of plants personally.
I think if it becomes enough of a routine for me, I'll just do it automatically.
That's true.
Because for me, it's like I have a set amount of things that I need to do before I like the pre-start to my day before I actually start my day.
Yeah.
So pretty much every day for me is the same, where I wake up, I feed my cat, I feed myself. And then after that, I'm pretty much ready to do anything else I need to do.
I can't eat in the morning.
Those are things I have to do before I start my day. And it's just automatic.
Yeah.
Making my bed, I guess.
You make your bed? I don't make my bed. I just get up.
Well, it's a habit I got from college because I didn't want to be seen as messy to my roommate. So I always make my bed.
No, my roommate was like, yeah, no. He smelled like hot dog water, so he can't judge me.
Ew.
And then my second roommate was like one of my besties, so I didn't give a
My first roommate hated me because she was jealous of me. My second roommate...
Why was she jealous of you?
I don't know. Like yeah, exactly. She literally hated me from the get for no reason.
That's crazy.
I think it's because she thought I was pretty. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you are.
Hey. I was also like 60 pounds. I was 60 pounds lighter back then. And then my second roommate was a friend I had made that we both hated our old roommates. So we decided to move in together. But then after like a couple weeks, she just like stopped talking to me. And then it got real awkward because I didn't party with her or anything like that because it was like
not your thing.
Not my thing, exactly. And I think she thought it was my thing. And then realized like I'm not like that, and then she just like kind of stopped talking to me. And then like on the day that I was moving out again, because I would then got a solo room, that's when she started talking to me again. It was like, what the fuck is happening?
Mixed signals, goddamn.
Right, because like I didn't tell her I was moving out again because like I figured she just didn't care, and she would probably be happy to get a room to herself.
Yeah, people are weird.
Didn't really talk to her after that. Yeah,
I've been playing a lot of DBD lately.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, even on stream, which is like funny because I made a thing where it was like a pact Like, is that the right word? That I would
Well,
not
it
play
depends on what you're about
a
to say.
pledge. A pledge. That I would never play DBD on stream ever again.
Why?
Because that tilted me so much. But I think lately, when I play on stream, I'm just like, whatever. Like,
that's kind of why, like, when I was a League streamer and I would play ranked on stream,
don't
so I
even get
stopped
me
caring about
started. Oh my god.
So I stopped caring about my rank because when I was streaming it, I just didn't care about anything.
Yeah.
I was more attentive to my chat than I was the actual games. So my rank obviously suffered, but I just didn't care.
Same. I'm just like, I'm talking to chat right now. And if a killer wants to be disrespectful and like, I don't know,
interrupt me, yeah,
hump my dead body, I'll just alt tab and talk to chat. Like, let's be real.
Please.
But
no, that's real. That's real.
A big reason why I've been playing DBD on stream is there's just, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. And I used to be like a horror gamer, like Ichio horror gamer, but it's never fun anymore. It's just the same old horror games.
Good games. Oh, how was the one you played last night?
Awful. awful. Oh, and I was so excited for it too. And it was dog. Yeah, it was awful. Don't play it. It was not worth the $3. I refunded it. Apparently, it was 2 hours of gameplay. I finished it in 46 minutes. And I'm just thinking, like, how did these people spend 2 hours on it? Please. Oh my gosh.
That's so...
But a good thing about all of this is I'm just doing what I want to now. While also trying to have fun.
Can I...
do it, chat.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
And you can't get mad?
Sure.
You promise? Pinky promise?
Sure.
I told you so.
Told me so what? I
told you to just do what you want and things would be fine.
Well, this isn't what I really want, but it's like partial. It's like partial, you know? Like, it's like we're compromising almost. 'Cause it's like, hey, chat, it's still horror, but it's DVD.
I sure, but like you were still doing fine when you were playing Marvel Rivals on stream. Literally, as I keep telling you this, just do what you want. Just be happy. That's what people want to see. They just want to see you happy.
I got a big raid that day.
You enjoying yourself. Oh, wow.
A fair amount of raids. I got a fair amount of raids. But yeah, I was having fun. But low key, that stream burned me out from that game, Marvel Rivals.
Me too.
I'm burnt out now.
I did like a 5-hour stream of Marvel Rivals, and I didn't want to touch it again.
Yeah, but like speaking of Marvel Rivals, Iron Fist. Ooh,
please, your tweet that got. What is it at now? Like 6K?
Probably around
because
that. Yeah.
You thirsted for Iron Fist on Twitter.
He's
insane.
So cute. I love him. Although the best thing to come out of Marvel Rivals was Iron Fist to me.
Please, he's so annoying in game.
Yeah, but that's my Chinese king. Yeah. And Star-Lord. They're so cute.
He's all right. Well, I don't know. I can't remove Chris Pratt from Star-Lord.
No,
so.
I didn't even know Chris Pratt was Star-Lord until after Marvel Rivals came out, and I looked him up and I was like, ew. What is that? Thank God they changed the in-game designs. Please. And like, yeah. Thank God.
For sure.
Who's your favorite character?
Hella. She's hot.
She's hot?
She's a pretty lady.
That is the type of character you'd like.
Now, what does that mean?
I mean, look at her. I was thinking Hella, you probably like Magic.
I do like Magic. I love Slavic women. I don't know.
She's bad. She's pretty bad.
She is bad. I like Hella. I like Magic. As for gameplay, I've actually been having a lot of fun with Rocket Raccoon.
Oh God, really?
Yeah, he's so fun. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, because I love characters that could like have like healing and utility, but also do damage. Yeah, he can do that, and he's really fun.
I like, my favorite healer is probably Adam. He's probably my best healer, and every time I play him, I do like a decent amount of damage, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He feels like Zenyatta.
I played Mantis too.
Oh, I don't like Mantis.
Yeah, he does seem kind of like Zenyatta. Yeah, I was playing Mantis, and I got her skin from the battle pass, which means I'm done with the battle pass because I couldn't give a fuck about the
Yeah, I spent some money on the game. I don't regret it. I still had a decent amount of playtime on it, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
definitely
mean, it's not
burnt
like
out
we're
right
never
now.
gonna play it again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I was just
It's just
on a
right now.
break.
You know, we get in our moods and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
I need to look at Iron Fist eventually again. Come on.
Please.
Yeah, I think it also depends
No,
on the
yeah.
people that I'm playing with if I'm gonna have fun with that game.
For sure. Yeah.
But that's like any game, so.
I mean, I think you distinctly have that, like, if you're not good at the game, I don't want to play with you kind of like
Oh,
vibe.
yeah.
So
Okay, this is what the thing I always say, and I talk to Chad about it. If I'm playing a game with you, if you're bad, that's okay, but you better be entertaining at least. But because if you're bad and you're boring, I don't want to play it with you. Because like, what do you have to provide? What do you have to provide?
exactly.
You know,
Don't
you
piss
have
me
nothing
off.
to provide. Boring and bad. I'm just gonna get pissed off.
I've always said that. Is like, that's why I say when people show up into my chat and like they want to be weirdos, is like, if you want to be a weirdo, at least be funny.
Yeah, at least pay for it.
So I can get
at least 2 or 3 subs.
At least be funny so I can get some entertainment before I ban you.
Exactly. Like, come on.
But even then, like, if you are a little weird but you're funny, I'll probably let you be, because I value your funniness over like pretty much anything else.
Yeah. Like, if you're entertaining, if you're like a good community member, if you're a 2 or 3 sub, you know, maybe I'm a little more lenient. You know, maybe I'm a little more lenient.
I love all my 2, 3 subs though, and it's not because they give me money every month, but it's
Love the way you worded that. No, totally not because of that. Totally.
No, I love my 2, 3 subs. All my 2, 3 subs are really awesome. They're all just people who really want to support me, and are all of them are like very chill, cool people. And
yeah, mine are too now.
Please. No, yeah. So all my tier 3 subs are they're all just good people. They're chill people who just want to support me. And they even, like, after I did like not my partner plus push, like the plus point push thing. And they continued to tier 3 sub after, like, that really showed that they just care about me.
Yeah.
And helping me and stuff like that. And they're all just chill. Like, I have like a tier 3 sub channel in my Discord.
Same.
Where only they can see it and stuff, and that's where I put like leaks of like new model stuff or things that I'm doing. And they're always just so supportive of me and stuff like that. So I really appreciate them. Shout out to you guys if you're listening.
Let's go. You better be listening if you're 2 sub. Come on.
You better be listening, right?
Come on.
No, I've had a lot of people say that they really enjoy the podcast and they look forward to it every week. And that makes me so happy.
Yeah, same. It's cute. I'm like, okay. It's the only thing pushing me to keep doing this. Well, one of like the 2 things. One of the 2 things.
So you hate me.
That's why I said one of the 2 things. Oh my God. Because otherwise I'm like, do we have to do this? But then once you actually do it, it's not too bad. I think we talked about this last week, but it's always like activities like this where it's like, but then you do it and you're like, oh, it's not that bad. Just get it done.
No, for sure.
It's still fun, guys.
It definitely happens.
We're not burnt out yet.
Yeah.
It's only episode 6.
We're not.
It's only episode 6. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy doing it, and it lets me get to know not only you more, but kind of just like our communities and stuff, because a lot of you will leave comments and talk about it and stuff. And I can always tell who's actually listening, because they'll go into my chat or my Discord after I say something on the podcast and they'll be like, what did you mean by this?
That's funny. Oh, by the way, I forgot to introduce, we are now moving to the advice corner section of our podcast. So yeah, our first one is from an anonymous person. They said, I'm not sure if this is an appropriate question, but it's not easy for me, and I would like to find some advice really... And I would find some advice really helpful. I'm trans and I've been on testosterone for a few months and I don't know how to deal with this male puberty. I feel like other trans people don't like to talk about the negative things, and I don't really have any cis men in my life to ask about it. Hello, there's me. Uh, all these changes are so overwhelming. Hair growth, this extremely high libido, with unhinged thoughts, voice breaking, etc. Will this go away? Or how can I learn to deal with it? Well, I mean, hair growth, that's expected, right? Do you like
I grow hair. My hair grows as soon as I shave it. Like, this sucks. I'm not even trans or anything. I'm a cis woman, but I'm hairy as
I mean, the good thing about being a man with hair is that people don't judge you as much. And that then if you were like a female presenting, people are so weird about that.
No, and you know what? I found myself falling into that as well, because I remember in one of my classes, there was a girl who sat next to me, and I had just, I look around the room sometimes because that's just where my attention goes. And I had noticed that, she had like distinctly hairy legs. And at first I found myself getting like a little grossed out by it. I was like, why would you wear like a dress like that and not shave? But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what? Slay. Like, you go, girl.
Slay.
Like honestly, yeah. If you don't want to shave your legs, you shouldn't have to shave your legs. Like,
hair is literally natural. So, I mean, what can you do about it? People are so weird about it. And it's always the chronically online people that just don't know that hair is normal. Because I get a lot of comments.
Hair has a purpose.
Yeah, I get a lot of comments on my body about my hair because I post pictures of myself. And I'm a man, so I can't even imagine what it would be like if I was a woman and I had hair. Like, it's so annoying. Some of y'all need to go out inside. Jesus Christ.
Right.
It's just hair. Fucking grow up, okay? Grow up.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, hair growth completely normal. Does it make you insecure or something? I mean, it's completely fine. But, if you don't like it, just shave. Just shave.
Yeah, I think the more of the issue is that it's new to them.
Yeah.
As far as like the libido goes, like, I mean, pubescent men usually, that's where they start finding things out about themselves. So you are definitely correct in that you're going through a second puberty, which a lot of trans people go through. The unfortunate part is that a lot of trans women tend to be a lot more forthcoming with their transition and information about it than trans men. And this often happens because there's just, and this is a larger issue in the queer community, is that there's this larger issue where trans men aren't even seen, they're seen as lesser than trans women. It's an odd phenomenon because it's like, I don't know if it's because you transitioning to a man and we just generally don't like men. Men tend to suck. So you might just be getting hit with the man treatment, which like you could celebrate that if you want. Like if that's like
it's like a double-edged sword. Like, oh, you recognize me as a man, but like I'm not cis.
Recognize me as a man.
Oh god.
Yeah, and like that's like a thing that like I'll see on TikTok sometimes is like like trans men being treated like men and not liking getting treated like men, but it's a good you're thing, still a man, and trans men can still act like men. They could still be like men.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's the whole point of being inclusive in a way, almost, you know?
So like in a sense, like I understand like your need for advice on this, especially because there's not a lot of information, because not a lot of people are very forthcoming with that information, especially on the larger internet, especially in the queer community. Is trans men just unfortunately are seen as lesser than trans women. because for some reason it's trans women slay, like you look so good, girl, stuff like that. And then as soon as it's a trans man, it's like, oh, it's like, why do we do that? Like,
Yeah.
these like trans men need just as much support as trans women do. And I'm not saying that one struggle is more than the other, but it's just like definitely a clear phenomenon that is happening.
Also, the comment about you not having any cis men in life, I feel like rather than cis men giving good advice on this, it'd be way better if you could find another trans man to talk to this about, which we have several in both our communities, I'm sure. I know I have
actually
several
don't
in mine.
know. I mean, I have several from yours. I'm not really sure if I have any people who specifically identify as a trans man. I think it's because for the most part, trans men tend to lean towards attraction to other men. So I'm not really their target audience.
You have all the you have all the
I have all the trans women.
And I have all the trans men. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
It is really funny. I attract a lot of trans women to my community. I always joke that I'm collecting them like Pokemon cards.
Me too. Oh my gosh. Well, the voice breaking thing, it'll go away.
Your voice is going to change.
Yeah, it's going to change.
Your voice
for
is
sure.
going to change. And you're just in a transition period. Haha,
And also, you train your voice as well. So eventually you'll just get more and more comfortable with it and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. My voice still breaks and I'm like 24. Oh my gosh.
But, I mean, my voice permanently sounds like it's cracking. So.
Okay, cracker.
You can't say that.
Can I say that on YouTube?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I love crackers, okay?
I love Ritz crackers.
I made a reference to that on stream today. Excuse me, do you guys serve crackers? We serve everybody. Oh, I love that video. It's so funny.
That's a good one.
Okay, next one.
So this one is from Kat. They go, "Hi both. I really thought about what I needed advice on, but when I was writing things down, I started coming up with solutions. So this was really helpful, but not in the way intended, Lamau. So now I only have a silly thing left. I would really appreciate name suggestions for my first two rats for when I sort my flat out and properly prepare for them. All I got is cheese and biscuits. Very cute names. And they deserve better than that. Also, I don't really have breakfast, so if you tell me a good breakfast option that's veggie, I will try and see how it goes. Thanks in advance."
Okay, rat names. Ooh. If you don't know, I love rats.
Cheese and biscuit were so cute. That's such a cute name. I love like naming
biscuits. It is cute.
I love naming pets after like weird things.
Yeah.
So my cat's name is Coco because I was thinking like hot cocoa, and I wanted to get a white cat and name it Marshmallow so that I have like a whole hot chocolate.
Oh, cute.
Right?
Well, if I had a rat, I would name him Dumpling because, that's my thing. I would want to name my rats after different types of dumplings.
That's that'd be so cute.
Yeah. What's a cute type of dumpling? Like, how about wonton? Ooh, that's cute. Bao. Hi, Bao. Hi, wonton. Oh, wonton. I like hot wonton. Hi, samosa.
There's two types of pet owners. There's the people who name their pets after like actual names, and then there's the people who name their pets after food. The
ones
like,
after
the most unhinged ever.
It's kind of funny when they have like human names too.
Yeah. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Frederick. That's my go-to for naming animals. Frederick. It's so funny. Now I want a Frederick rat. That's a cute one. Frederick? Hello, Mr. Frederick.
Cute. I mean, there's also there's the old-timey names that like sound funny, like I don't
Bartholomew?
know, Sir Castor or something like that.
Yeah. Hello, Edward. How are you?
Wait, what's an expensive type of cheese? Sir Gouda or something. I don't know.
Ooh, that would be Gouda. So hi, Gouda. Hi, Gouda. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Cheese is cute, but a little basic. Let's get into the specific type of cheese. You know what I mean? Come on.
Right. What is People are gonna hate me for this one. Did you ever watch Miraculous Ladybug?
No, but I know what it is.
So Chat Noir, he has this little
Okay.
thing. He has this little thing that really loves a certain type of cheese, and it's like a really stinky cheese, and I can't remember what the name of the cheese is. Camembert? I think
I
that
looked it
might be
up.
the cheese.
Camembert? I don't know how to say that though.
Yeah, Camembert. Camembert.
Okay, okay.
Like, like a cute little name like that. I think that'd be cute.
That is cute.
Or naming after like your favorite like shows or something. As for veggie breakfast, I assume you're a vegetarian.
Mm, egg with toast.
It can't have eggs.
It can have eggs? But
That's an animal product.
when you say veggie, do you mean like vegetarian or vegan? You know?
Probably vegetarian because they specified vegetarian, not vegan.
Then they can
you
eat it,
use
right?
like a eggs. No, it's the body of it.
I'm pretty sure
Anyways.
vegetarians eat eggs.
I'm sure some do, but
Vegans don't eat eggs though.
vegans don't eat anything animal product.
Yeah.
But vegetarians don't eat.
Because with vegetarians,
Animals.
it's like specific to like the flesh. I think you're gaslighting me.
Kaiyo, my love, my dear friend, what is an egg?
Not me. You're gonna be wrong when this podcast comes out and the comments clown you. I'm dead ass.
Vegetarians, let me know if you guys eat eggs. Anyways, moving on.
Yep.
You can use an egg substitute. Make like a
Why don't we look it up right now?
spinach, feta, like omelet or something. I mean, I'm sure it's personal preference. It depends on the person. I just know vegans don't eat any animal products whatsoever. But since
Yeah.
I feel like eggs are probably a gray territory because they're technically animals, but it's not technically meat.
You're definitely
So,
wrong if you look it up, because I just did, and everyone is saying.
I think it just depends.
No, because
On the
everyone is saying it's a
person.
clear answer of, yeah, vegetarians eat eggs.
They can. I know they can. I'm just saying because it really depends on why you're vegetarian. I feel like if you're vegetarian out of necessity, sure, you'll probably eat eggs. If you're vegetarian out of morality, you probably wouldn't.
I mean.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah,
There's
we'll
egg
see.
substitutes that you could use if you don't eat eggs. You can make like a spinach feta omelet or something. I've tried the meat substitute like breakfast sausages. They're actually pretty good.
What I was gonna say was, what I eat a lot is a piece of bread, and then you fry an egg put it on the bread, and then you top it with soy sauce and some black pepper, and it's delicious.
Sorry, I just remembered your little mishap where you tried cracking an egg on the piece of toast and it just slid off.
Okay, let's not. Let's not. My God.
It's too funny.
But yeah, soy sauce, fried egg on bread with pepper, really good.
That does look good. There's also like avocado toast. I always try to have some kind of protein with my breakfast.
Definitely
because
protein.
I only eat 2 meals a day, which is breakfast and dinner. I don't eat lunch. If I get hungry throughout the day, which I usually don't. But if I do, I'll just like snack or something. I try to have heavier breakfast because I feel like that keeps me fuller longer. And then by the time I get to dinner, I'm actually hungry and willing to eat. Versus eating out of like I feel like I should eat. So I always try to have like a good protein source with my breakfast. So if I'm having like avocado toast, because that's what I'm feeling that day, I'll usually have some kind of meat protein. Obviously, you can substitute with whatever kind of protein you like to eat. I know legumes and beans are good sources of protein. You could also do like rice and beans with some kind of other thing, like a fried egg with rice and beans.
Yum.
Because egg and the beans are protein.
Yeah.
If you don't like beans, I'll put you on and I'm gonna ask you to reconsider.
That's me.
Buy the specific Goya beans that come in a red can and they say red kidney beans in sauce. I promise you, they're delicious.
Maybe I'll have to try that because I don't like beans.
I will literally send it to you. Like, it's so good. You
Okay.
just take them out of the can, heat them up in like a sauce pot, and then have it with like white rice. So yummy. I think it's more of because like I tried being those people that make like, oh, spinach omelets because I need to get my vegetables in. And it's like, this tastes like ass. I'm not doing
Really?
this.
I don't mind it because you can't really taste the spinach.
Well, that's the thing is like a lot of the things that go well with spinach, I tend not to like. Like I don't like feta cheese.
Oh, I've never
Um
had.
one thing my mom has been doing recently is making quiches where she'll get like a
Ooh.
muffin pan and she'll like prepare
Egg
like a bunch of
bites.
like little yeah, like little egg bites.
Yeah, I like those.
And then she like freezes them, I think, and you can just heat them up. It's kind of like an on the go breakfast if you don't really have much time.
No, they're perfect. That's the perfect breakfast,
Mhm.
actually. What I did was I blended cottage cheese into it, and then it's so much protein in the morning. Um,
Yeah.
and you can't even, if you don't like cottage cheese, which I don't, you can't even taste it. It just gives it like a almost creamy flavor. It's nice.
Instead of like a lot of people add milk to their scrambled eggs, instead of that, you could add like
Mm,
blended cottage cheese.
yeah, yeah. More
Mhm.
protein. Protein for breakfast is really good for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last one for the night, guys, or morning, whenever you're listening. Uh, is from Zion. Zion says,
Oh.
coming from a Christian family, they say that gay people's
Mm.
love for each other is just based on their sexual perception of each other. Being gay, I know that this is not true, but I don't know how to explain it, seeing that I have not ever been in a romantic relationship yet. How do you explain that my/your attraction for the same sex is not based solely of sexual preference?
So, I mean, so that's the thing is there is a difference between sexual attraction and romantic preference.
Hmm.
Being gay is technically your sexuality in all sense of the term. But romantically, if you are still gay and you still want to, date another man, they're two different things. But a lot of people have taken the overarching term of sexuality and have applied it to things such as romantic relationships. In order to explain that you love another man, it's really just as simple as saying, I'm in love with this person. Not you're in love with this man because that's just making their gender part of the equation. It's more of that you are in love with this person. You love who they are. You love how they are in all their entirety. It's a distinction that's hard to make with these people. People who are ignorant to queerness and
Mm.
tend towards homophobia, they're not really even wanting to listen to your argument about it. And most likely, even if you are very impassioned and you try explaining yourself in this situation, they don't want to hear it. They want to stay in their ways. And unfortunately, this is what causes most queer people to abandon their family because their family chooses not to understand or to stay ignorant. And that is the biggest demonstration of I need to make my own family if the one I was born into isn't going to support me in who I am.
I think the way you described it, though, makes it seem like that person would be pansexual rather than gay. Because they're
I
talking
mean,
about like being gay, not liking someone because of who they are.
I guess I am because it's also like that is my perspective on it as a pansexual person.
Yeah.
Cuz like I don't know. It's hard to just say I'm a man in love with another man without people bringing your genitals into the equation, bringing your sex life into the equation. And so
I mean, all you have to
it
say is like your love for a man is like how you would be loving a woman, but it's just a man instead, you know? And if they can't understand that, then they're just ignorant and it's not worth explaining. Like,
right.
it's quite simple. Instead of liking women, you like men, or instead of liking men, you like women. It's very simple. If they can't understand that, it's not worth it, and they're not even gonna try to understand it. If
Yeah.
that's what their ideals were in the first place.
Like I thought that, me being queer would change my family's perspective on things and maybe lend more towards empathy and perhaps change their ways because I thought they cared about me. But unfortunately, that's just not how it worked. And I live in a real world where my parents and my family don't want me or my friends to exist how we are. So I have come to the point where I'm an adult and I've realized that I no longer can ignore these facts, which is upsetting and it's sad because this is the only family you've known. But at some point, you need to recognize when something is not good for you, when something is toxic for you, and you need to remove it from your life.
And that's where friends come in. Your found family.
Right.
And yeah.
And honestly, your friendship connections are marginally more important than your familial ones.
Mhm.
This is a proven psychological phenomenon where your support system that involves your platonic relations, usually compounded with your familial ones, are the most important relationships you'll have in your life. Sure, a significant other is pretty good to have in terms of support, but your platonic system is the number one most important system you need to have in your life. It is extremely difficult to be mentally well without a social support system. And that is one of the biggest things stressed within health psychology is having good support systems. Now, sometimes you'll think a system is good for you and a social web is good for you when it's actually toxic for you because these people don't know what they're talking about and they don't have your best support in mind. But you still need a social support system. If you're not finding that within your blood family relations, you need to find it within other people. You need to find it within your friends. So, the coining the term found family is a real thing. You need to have people you consider your support system and your family.
Slay.
Slay.
Yet I would just try your best to explain it to your family, and if they can't understand and try to see your side of things, then like it's not the end of the world, you know. Still
Yeah.
got your friends, and those are the people that
It's
you
upsetting
chose
in the
to
moment.
make connections with. So
Yeah.
that's what really
It
matters.
it it'll hurt for sure, but in the long run it's more necessary. And it's not
Yeah.
like you have to if that is the only part about you that they aren't supporting, you don't have to cut them off completely from your life. If they are still tolerant isn't the word I want to use, but if they're still supporting you as their family, they do care for you in a sense. You don't need to cut them off completely, though that is probably the healthiest thing you could do for yourself. But it is possible to have relations with, people who aren't supportive of who you are, but care for you generally as a
Mm.
person.
It's like we said in the previous episode, these things are very like not black and white,
Nuanced
nuanced,
and
and
yeah,
it's really dependent. Like how do they treat you? Like maybe they can't
exactly.
accept this, but they still treat you well, you know.
Mhm.
But it all, in the end, it's all up to you and how it affects your, mentality and stuff. Good luck.
I hope this was helpful to
You'll
you.
be okay.
That's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Um, I
Probably
hope
a
you
little shorter.
guys
A little bit. It's still
a
pretty
little
decent amount. Yeah. Hope you guys
bit.
liked it.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, to like, comment, subscribe, rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Submit more advice if you would like it. If you would like
Yeah.
us to read it, continue submitting. I do like doing this section.
It's fun and it takes up time. So I love it.
Please.
Thank you for providing us content.
Right.
And even
thank
if you
for
have submitted
watching.
something, don't be afraid to ask more.
Yeah.
We'll do repeats. Come on. We're not desperate, guys. We're not desperate. But we'll take him.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We will see you next week.
See you next week. We will.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.